In this video we'll be looking at section 6.3, solving equations with fractional coefficients. Now our central question today will be, how do I solve equations with fractional coefficients? Well, based on our skill that we got from 6.2, we've already been doing this. We're just going to make sure that every number is a fraction by writing in our hidden ones. So turn all numbers into fractions by writing in hidden ones. And then step 2 will be multiply both sides by the reciprocal. And then our final step will be simplify. So that's all we're going to do. We just did this. There's just less hidden ones to write in. So let's take a look at this and see what we can get. We're only going to do 4 examples and then we'll be done. So looking at number 1, first thing I'll do is turn all numbers into fractions by writing in hidden ones. So let's look at our numbers. Well, 1/2 is already a fraction, so we don't have to do anything to it. Then I have y equals 12. So the only number we need to turn into a fraction is the 12. So we'll turn that into a fraction. Now we're ready to draw our line down the middle. And we'll multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Again, our goal is to get the variable by itself. So I actually want to add that to our notes because it's really good to always do that again. So up here at the top under notes we'll write our goal. Get the variable by itself. That is our goal. So if we always keep that goal in mind, we'll know exactly which side of the equation to look on. So if I'm trying to get the variable by itself, what fraction am I trying to get rid of? 1/2 or 12/1? We're trying to get rid of the 1/2. So to do that, I will multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So I'll multiply both sides by 2/1. Just like our last lesson where the fractions would cancel each other out, they cancel out. And we have y equals 12 times 2 is 24. 1 times 1 is 1. Then we divide to simplify. 24 divided by 1 is 24. So it's very similar to what we did in our last lesson. Okay, let's try it again on number 2. First thing we'll do is turn all our numbers into fractions. 1/3, already a fraction. T, that's a variable, equals -4. We're going to turn that one to a fraction. Putting in our hidden 1. Draw our line down the middle. And now we're ready to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Again, my focus is on this left-hand side because that's where my variable is. So the number I need to get rid of is 1/3. So I'll multiply by 3 over 1, and I gotta do the same exact thing to the other side. Fractions cancel, and we get t equals negative 12. Oops. Negative 12 over 1. Now we'll divide, and so we'll get t equals negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 1 is negative 12. Two more examples and then we'll be done. It's going through the same process. First thing I do is turn all numbers into fractions by writing in my hidden ones. 2/3, already a fraction. X, a variable, equals 6, a number. Okay, let's turn 6 into a fraction by writing in our hidden 1. Boom. Now we'll draw our line down the middle. We're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Where is my focus at? Which fraction am I trying to get rid of? The 2/3. So we'll get rid of that 2/3 by multiplying by the reciprocal, which is that fraction flipping. We're just flipping the fraction, and then we get, so we'll multiply both sides by 3 over 2. Flipping 2/3 becomes 3 over 2. Those fractions cancel out, and we have x equals, now we'll do our multiplication of fractions. 6 times 3 is 18. 1 times 2 is 2. Now we do our division. 18 divided by 2. Remember, fraction bar means divide. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. And we're done with that problem. One more example and then we'll be done. So we are going to first turn any numbers into fractions by writing in hidden ones. So we got 4/5. We got our variable p equals 7 over 11. Everything's already a fraction. We are ready to go. So let's multiply both sides by, let's draw our line down the middle. And now we need to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, keeping our goal in mind. We want to get the p all by itself, so we will multiply both sides by. Flipping 4 over 5, we get 5 over 4. Those cancel, and we get p equals 35 over 44. Fractions can be answers. Sometimes we can't divide. So we have to ask ourselves, is there a number I can divide 40, 35, and 44 by? Think about it. We think about, maybe look at our multiplication chart, and we see that there is no number that I can divide both of them by. And we have our final answer. And we're done with that problem. Let's go box all our answers. So we're going to not even worry about number 5 and number 6. I think we have enough examples to help us get through this process. And that is how we can solve equations that have fractional coefficients by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.